So now one of the things that we just went by was the holidays. And I always question, what are we doing differently for the holidays in the Black and Brown community to provide healthier choices for grandma, grandpa, and our uncles and aunties that may be suffering from diabetes, hypertension, thyroid issues, all of that?
Yes.
Do we have to change the menu completely? Because some of us love them, the greens with the ham hocks in it. And, we don't want to switch necessarily to the smoked turkey. And what can we do, or what is it that your business provides, as healthy alternatives for some of our families?
Okay, so the first thing I want to say is what I'm doing as CEO of Celebrity Soul Food, and what we are now have the responsibility to be the new managers of soul food. And in being that, we have to make sure the story is told correctly. That's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to share that here momentarily. But secondly, is you absolutely have to change the ingredients. The reality of it is, I didn't really change them. I'm giving it the authentic dish in the first place. The reality of it is that the whole pork dynamic derived much later when it came to the African Americans. The true storyline of that is salting, and those dynamics came from a different culture, not from Africa. That's the truth.
Mm,
You see,
mm,
so salt was to preserve, not for flavor.
that's right.
You see, so when it comes to keto and vegan and vegetarian, soul food has been very familiar with that a long time. Kale is nothing but in the green family. The green family is nothing but in the kale family. You see, what
That's
happened?
right.
The
Mm,
reality of it is that we don't have to die for this. We do not. You don't have to have high blood pressure for this. But also, we have to show our people that you understand is that you don't have to lose flavor either. But one of the things that's a little different in the storyline is what was available for grandmother and grandma, what I call them, they didn't have the premium ingredients that we have available to us now. Those are the things
mm,
that we source as an organization. But in order to do so, you first must know it's available. Second is you must have the buying power to access it. So we have over 75 alliances of relationships in order to do what we do. Your normal mom and pop shops and things of that nature can't even get those ingredients. You see, I can get things from overseas and abroad and from Louisiana and all over the place and have it delivered and shipped in and distributed into my restaurants. That's first of all makes the difference, because is it even available to the business owner to be able to make the dish healthier and better? You see? So
mm-hmm.
when it comes to healthier options, it's not about options in itself. The reality of it is my menu. You can explore soul food from every element that you desire to. The only thing that you would not get at our restaurant is a couple things, and I'm gonna share those. There's no pork in our restaurant at all. No pork. There's nothing in it. I
Wow.
have to stand by that truth. How can I serve me personally, just my story and
Mm-hmm.
our truth? But if our culture is, I will not give anyone, not only our culture, but this world, something that has been medically stated and found to do your body injustice. I can't do it. Why is it that soul food is the only cuisine that people will say this type of word? Well, I love this. I want this, so I'm gonna eat this on my cheat day. Why you gotta cheat? No, 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 no. You eat everything else 2 and 3 times a week. You can have soul food. One, within portion. Two, but the ingredients have to be premium, not decline. That's the other thing. Not
That
decline,
is.
Mm-hmm.
a better ingredient. You see, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And then so so we want people to really be able to explore it. So we offer a flavor of authentic soul food dish in an elevated manner that people really, really can enjoy themselves. We do, I pay homage to mama and grandma, but we're grandma 2.0. I promise you, grandma ain't putting this out there. You know what I mean? So I love them oxtails, but they ain't these oxtails, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Mama don't know nothing about no osso buco. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? In the demi glaces and things of that nature. I want to make sure that if you can have your soul food, but if you wanted to go to work as beautiful as you guys are and say, you know what, we're gonna have girls, they get dressed up nice, and you want to change the perception, take your girlfriends up and say, listen, let's go out and let's have some greens. Come have my greens. But it'll be an
Mm.
atmosphere that is prime. It'll be an atmosphere where you can grab you some Chardonnay or whatever you desire to do and be as fancy as you want to go or as casual as you need to be. That's celebrity soul food.
Here it does.
I know that's right. So wait, so where are you located? Because I saw that you were opening 200 stores
Absolutely.
or 200 locations.
Well, we're doing a 200 store rollout. We partnered with United Franchise Group, one of the biggest franchisors in the world. I mean, they are in over 80 countries. But in this 200 store rollout, we have 40 locations right now that are in development. 30 that's literally been built as we speak. Many of them are coming online this first quarter. And so I'm really excited about it is because this is a year, man. I mean, they're selling fast. I'm thankful. But again, you know, working every day, traveling, just making sure that we continue to empower communities and share this great news. So we was in just this month, we was in over 320 media publications.
I know that's right.
Because people know what we know. It's making history. Is to create a soul food chain that you can go anywhere for the most part of the United States and ultimately going to be globally and get amazing soul food, but everything that connects to it is just it's an exciting time, you know. So this year, you're gonna be able to get you some 24-karat gold infused wings from Celebrity Soul Food.
I know that's right. Is it going to be here in New York? Excuse me. Is it going to be here in New York?
Absolutely coming to New York.
I can't wait.
I'm near DC.
DC?
I'm near DC.
Yeah, we got some entrepreneurs up there. We have a real stringent vetting process. What we do is, you know, and this is something I'm really excited about to share. Not that I don't appreciate like investors and things of that nature, and that's great. But what I did is this first year, last year, what I did is I reserved certain amount of license that was just for individuals who are in the hospitality and in the restaurant industry who had a certain amount of experience and passion in industries, and they had their credit together. However, they may not be financially stout to open their own. And what we did, those are the people we vetted and brought on and put them in a program so that they can own their own business. That I'm proud about. So when you look at our franchisees, these are people that are great for the brand because they're passionate about their food. They want to be a part of something that's bigger than them, but also they're going to create the brand of consistency across the world. So yes, we got all these developers and everybody want a part of what have you, but we wanted to make sure that we serve our customers well. So you have trained people that's in their kitchen. It's going to be amazing.
All right, so just a little information about the franchise. How many weeks is the program? No, I can't hear you.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
So the program itself. So what we do is we have what's called the Head Start program. And what happens is after a individual who are interested go through a 3-step process, they talk to several of our execs. Because what I'm trying to make sure is that ultimately they are a cultural fit. Again, I say this is not just about finances to me. You can't throw your pocketbook at me and then not have the passion for the industry and the passion ultimately to see soul food be elevated and lifted where it needs to be. That's the first thing. And then secondly, you must have the business acumen because this is not just about cooking. Can you administrate? Can you take care of your customers? Because that's what the brand is all about. It's enjoying the food, but I'm gonna be honest with you, anybody that step in our door is a somebody. That's the niche, that's the brand. It's treating people as good people because they are. You see, we don't have poor service ever. So it's not just about ever disputing with the customer. No, a customer deserves the ultimate and elite best service and ultimate experience every time. That's big for us. So when it comes to that, they go through that process. If in fact, they are approved to move forward, they go into our Head Start program where an exec will walk through with them all the steps that are necessary to open the doors, working with developers and attorneys and et cetera. So you're talking about a 4-month process till the doors are open, but we never leave them. We partner with them, and it's just a wonderful experience.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's a great investment. And it sounds like it's a wonderful program. Like if people had the option between a lot of what's out there right now and this, the fact that you're giving them all the tools that they need, where else are you going to go to find that?
Well, not only that, I think we're one of the best franchisors is because true franchisee is that you're just giving them the systems and you, or the ability to license it, you let them go and maybe they seek a swim. That's not what we do. What we do is manage a partnership, which means that we stay with you. Your success is our success. So you know, it's not no sink or swim. No, it's swim. We all going to swim. It behooves us to. So we never leave the franchisee. We have systems in place to help them. We give them the relationships, the accounting, the attorneys, the realtors, what have you. They don't have to do any of those things on their own, or what have you. We train them. what have you.
That's
We
a blessing.
clients.
Training.
We go out and we check the compliance. We have compliance officers that go out and be with them. We have chefs that go in and train their chefs. We bring them to us in our test kitchen. We stay with them the entire way, what have you. And they still own their business. It's just our management that's what we do. That's why we're here.
I know that's right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I know you got some other things going on as well. I know you have your own show with your wife.
I do.
Can you tell us about the show?
I love that show. It's called Do I Want to Stay Married? And it derived off of KJLH 102.3. It was on the radio first, and then it went to TV, and we're doing our podcast. That's on KJLH Radio, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and Amazon Music. And of course, we drop it out on YouTube and things of that nature. But it's also a platform where, like we just recently, a couple of months ago, we traveled to Maui, doing shows and relationships. And, we work with over 200 clients, man, just around the world throughout the year in the relationship arena. That's like our niche and things. And so this particular show, what I love about it is it's myself, Lady J, which give that spiritual, also relevant, and also women perspective very strong, but also understand men very well. And then I have some amazing co-hosts that are on there. I have KD the Voice. I call him from the street. He crazy. He is. Him and Lady get into it. But he's real talk because he say what people really thinking sometimes and just get say because they know better. And then I have
he sound like me.
I have Bishop. He's an amazing pastor out of LA. Just an amazing, wise gentleman. Been in over 17 movies. I mean, just amazing guy, and just great name for himself. Just very credible, and yet understands, and he gives that spiritual aspect. And then I have, of course, I call her Sophisticated Sheila, and Sheila for me is I call her Sophisticated Sheila because she talks to the tribe, that single woman, strong. Want a man, but hey, might be too strong for him one way or the other. I don't know. Very opinionated. The other thing, let me say this to you about Bishop. Bishop's awesome because I really reverence him. He was the first world karate champion. First of all, he's in the Hall of Fame as the first African-American karate champion, which is amazing. So you have to check him out, Bishop Dunny Williams. That's amazing. But at the end of the day, what I do is I create this conversation piece, sometimes about taboo conversations or topics, and sometimes things that are sometimes a little tight, some things that should be discussed, but people are tight about it or don't get discussed in church, but these are things that people deal with every day. I have this dialogue and we mediate it and we let it happen. And what I do is I make sure that when it's all said and done, maybe you've laughed, maybe you've cried, maybe you're hurt, whatever it is, I make sure the tools are given. And I make sure, and my prayer is that somewhere in that conversation, people can find themselves. And if they're not willing to go get help, maybe something healed in that. Or maybe it inspired them to go get the help, but they was able to do so in a private way because there was online streaming or however. So it's entertaining, but it's real. You see.